My name's Nick Dutch, and I was in two minds about doing this particular video, but I decided to anyway. Some of you guys may already be aware that there is this one very popular, well-known YouTube user whose channel name is Thunderf00t, and he does an awful lot of stuff about science. He attacks creationism and that kind of thing. You know, he's done a video recently in which he's spoken out against another YouTube user. And I thought that would also be quite interesting because we can see, you know, an intelligent person's views about an important and intelligent subject. But we've also got to think not only about the subject, but also about the people that he's attacking and essentially why he's attacking them. Alright? The individual in question is someone who calls himself Dan Brown. And he did a video essentially saying that, you know, you can find stuff out on the internet, what's the point in education? Now, the interesting thing about this Dan Brown character is that he's nothing. Absolutely nothing. People don't go to Dan Brown for information on important subjects. People don't go to Dan Brown to find out how to live their lives. People don't go to Dan Brown to analyze or get some interesting hypotheses about the way that social change is happening or maybe about to happen at some point in the future. Dan Brown is a guy who grows a beard and then shaves it off to entertain his audience. He talks rubbish, right? He's known for being an entertainer who talks rubbish. And so he's going to choose some varieties of messages or subjects to talk about which are there for entertainment purposes. It's not like he's telling the whole world that they must grow beards and then shave them off. Is it? No. He's just a young guy who's talking rubbish. And he's got fame and popularity through being a young guy who sits down and talks rubbish. And hey, you know, that's a good thing in its own right. Why, and this is like the most important question, why has the YouTube user, whose channel name is Thunderf00t, chosen to do one of these ownership videos of someone who is nothing? The very nature of his channel, of this guy Dan Brown's channel, is nothing. I personally think it's actually disingenuous for anyone to attack someone who talks rubbish as part of their YouTube career in this manner. The reason for this is that there are better people to attack. Why are there better people to attack? Because there's more dangerous people in the world. Alright, there's people who are actually encouraging people. I mean, let's say Alex Jones, for example. Alex Jones is actually encouraging people to be very, very destructive, to attack the alleged New World Order, which, according to him, appears to be everything from the environmental movement to certain academic institutions to the government, to absolutely nearly everything, and to do so not only through making a silly billy out of themselves, through walking up and down the streets with, like, you know, sandwich boards on them with the Infowars.com website on it, but also something a little more direct action. And also he deals with David Icke as well, who's saying that everyone should stop paying their council tax to help fight this imaginary New World Order. Now, I think that that's much more dangerous, because there are people who see Alex Jones and David Icke as reputable sources of information. Why has Thunderf00t chosen to attack someone who is nothing and has made his YouTube career out of saying nothing, rather than to attack people who are regarded by their followers as being the ultimate sources of accurate information and who are talking complete rubbish? Why? Is it because it's easy? Come on, there must be a reason for this. As I say, it's disingenuous for Thunderf00t to attack the guy who calls himself Dan Brown. It's wrong. It would be right for Thunderf00t, or whatever name he goes by, to attack someone who is a danger to humanity. People are not going to listen to Dan Brown and then say, yeah, that's right, I'm not going to go to college. This is entertainment in its most basic and stupid manner, yes. But it's just entertainment. I mean, the people who've taken him seriously in the comments section won't necessarily take him seriously in other areas of life. But let's say the New World Order proponents, those people take the words of Alex Jones incredibly seriously. So if Thunderf00t is watching my video, and of course I'm quite an insignificant individual here on YouTube, then I'm sure he probably won't bother, but if he watches this video, my message to you, Mr. Thunderf00t, would be find a better target. Young stupid people will say young stupid people things, alright? But there are older, more authoritative individuals out there in the world who are an actual social danger. You did very well when attacking creationism, which has that same rank amongst the followers as being seen as a reputable source of information, when in fact it isn't, and you attacked that, and that was brilliant. But now you've got to do that with other things which are equally dangerous and not frivolous, because it's just irritating to think that you would bother doing something that daft. My name's Nick Dutch, and that's my opinion.